I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome to the 34 Motorsports Product Showcase. We're proud to offer the full line of Simpson Racing safety products. The Shark Speedway is a perfect brain bucket to keep your melon as safe as possible. We carry every model and size of Hans device, and these have saved countless lives. The Hybrid Pro Lite is an alternative to the Hans device and is just as effective. The DNA 3-layer suit offers maximum protection when things get hot. And hey dude, those comfy shoes won't help one bit when things go south. Keep those hands ready to work with a pair of Vortex Fia Gloves meeting every current standard. From 5 to 7 points, we carry every one of the Simpson harnesses, keeping your rear end right where it should be. Keep all your gear clean and together with the helmet and FHR bag, and always be ready to hop in a race car. Visit 34motorsports.com and order today. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Twin Ring Motegi, where tonight the stars and cars of the iRacing Silver Crown Cup will take on this 1.5 mile kind of egg-shaped-ish oval. Very similar in layout to Darlington Raceway, but banked like Gateway. This place is almost board flat. My name is Chris Graham with the National Racing Network. It is a pleasure to have you joining us here this evening, and qualifications already getting out onto the racetrack. Let's pick up Thomas Lewandowski in his number 2. Lewandowski currently the points leader by a pretty hefty margin as well, almost 50 points over Nate Ranke. Brandon Buckberger sitting 3rd in points. Jeffrey Stanton, Manuel Paredes, your top 5. Before we get too deep here, let's talk to you about the weather conditions tonight is presented by our friends at the Weather Center. Offensively accurate weather for eastern Pennsylvania. Absolutely nailed it on the call for the snow today, and it sounds like there might be more coming this week, but check out what you can expect live tomorrow morning at 9:30. 65-degree ambient temperature here at the racetrack. Wind's going to be out of the north at 5 miles an hour. 66-degree track temperature, so a lot of grip in that racetrack out there in Japan. This is a morning session, so we will likely see things get a little bit hotter here as the session goes on. Lewandowski was quick time, but how about Brandon Buckberger jumping to the top of the speed charts? New colors on the number 3 for Buckberger this week, 33.328 seconds. Ryan Steele going to be second quick. He has completed his run, 33.331 seconds. Pick up Jeffrey Stanton as he works down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Stanton looks like he will be a tick slower than what he ran last time. 43 cars on the entry list here tonight. And those 43 comprising a 22 and a 21 car split. Here is Laura Gerhart in the number 15. She's making her way down the backstretch. Still have Josh Bautista, Cristobal Valenzuela, and Tyler Shattuck to get second laps in here. Shattuck coming around to complete lap number 2. He's going to go third quick, 33.350 seconds. Paredes up to 10th quick. Gerhart going to be 13th quick at the completion of her run. Here is the 7 of Manuel Paredes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here, by the way. Give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from in the comments. We can get them up on the air for you. Paredes is going to move up to 8th quick. Lap time of 33.457 seconds. This is Josh Bautista, going to be the last car to finish his qualification run, just falling back to 18th behind Cristobal Valenzuela. A little bit of a bobble there through 3 and 4 for Bautista. Better on the first half. See what he does here. 15th quick for Josh Bautista. Not a bad lap time, but we are already set to grid up and go racing here for 60 laps at Twin Ring Motegi. Take a look here at the overhead as we get you tonight's starting grid for the Silver Crown Cup race. Brandon Buckberger and Ryan Steele going to occupy row number 1. Tyler Shattuck and Kevin DeBello on row number 2. Thomas Lewandowski, Nate Ranke on row number 3. Row 4 going to have Kenneth Gurrell and Manuel Paredes. Wade Hutchison, Larry Pace on row number 5. Jeffrey Stanton and D.L. Lemon on row number 6. Row 7 will have Laura Gerhart and James Watson. Josh Bautista, Wes Shire on row number 8. Johnny Malia and Cristobal Valenzuela on row 9. Nick Nebben, Joseph Smith on row 10. George Hagan and Joe Gauthier on row number 11. So once again, 22 cars will make up the starting grid for tonight's race. And let's get you a little bit closer look here at those new colors for Mr. Brandon Buckberger. He is carrying the National Racing Network colors. We are very proud to associate ourselves with the 8-time Silver Crown Series champion. The guy who's currently leading the points, Thomas Lewandowski, will roll off from the 5th position here tonight. And in search of his first championship, with the exception of River Hayes taking the Season 2 championship 1 season ago, nobody has claimed a championship in this series since the early part of 2020, with the exception of this guy right here, Brandon Buckberger. This racetrack over 1 mile in length, so it will be one singular pace lap here. Field making their way down the back straightaway. We're hearing this could be everything from a 3-wide pack race all the way out to a single file draft fest, depending on weather conditions, how some of the drivers have their cars set up. Some drivers love this place, some absolutely hate it. But we are definitely going to be in for a fantastic show here this evening. Field's going to make their way through turns 3 and 4. Pace car will make the hard left-hand turn. And as always, race fans, the start of the Silver Crown Cup going to be all yours. One lap going to be very quickly in the scorebooks, and it will belong to Brandon Buckberger. Buckberger holding on to, call it a 2-car length lead here over Ryan Steele. Top 3 breaking away. Same cannot be true for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. We'll call it all the way back to 9th place. Manuel Paredes, Tyler Shattuck leading this pack of cars down into turn number 1. The longer they run side by side, the more the leaders are going to get away. Couple of pretty decent movers so far in this race. Jeffrey Stanton is up 3. Josh Bautista is up 3. Kevin DeBello having a peek down to the inside off of turn number 4. We saw this several times last season. As this race wore on and the tires started to get hot, you'd really get the cars just snap loose on the exit of turn number 4. That will be something to watch here over the course of the race. Side-by-side battle here, 13th and 14th. DL Lemon, Johnny Malia battling down the back straightaway. Rooting and gouging back in the pack here as we are already working lap number 5. About 33-second laps or so is what these drivers are running right now. All of them still right about at their best lap pace here. Tires are just getting worn in and starting to feel a little bit good here. A little bit further back in the pack here, Joseph Smith, Wes Shire going to duel side-by-side down towards turn 1. You'll see them fan out just a little bit, but it really doesn't gain a huge amount of ground. Some of it even is just fighting dirty air a little bit here as the top 3 have been caught by the rest of the field here. Tyler Shattuck going to go to work on Kevin DeBello for 3rd. Ryan Steele within a car length now, right up on the tail tank of Buckberger for the race lead. Shattuck has the look inside into 1. It'll be interesting to see here if Nate Ranke's going to be able to follow him through, take advantage of the draft down the back straightaway. He's there, but it has taken a lot of time to get that pass complete. Shattuck finally clear of DeBello. Here comes Lewandowski, going to tuck in behind Ranke. So it is possible to get the pass completed here. The problem is it's going to take you a lap or so to get it done. Buckberger holding on to the race lead. Ryan Steele showing about a half a car width on the entrance to turn number 3. Tucks right back in line again. Lewandowski inside of Ranke. He'll get that pass completed. Puts the top 6 right back in the order that they qualified in. First cars we've seen making moves thus far, Wayne Hutchison in the number 9, currently running in the 7th position. Jeffrey Stanton runs 8th. Hutchison is up 2 from the start of the race. Stanton is up 3. Shattuck to the inside of Steele. He made that pass look easy into turn number 3. DeBello's going to want to get back in line because here comes Lewandowski. As those top 4 get down on the inside, it almost hangs Lewandowski out just a little bit. But then he gets the draft when they all slot back out towards the outside retaining wall. Shattuck right up on the back of Buckberger into turn number 1. He's going to have the look to the inside. Steele going to hold on to Buckberger's tail tag down the back straightaway, but it may not matter. Shattuck gets the pass completed into turn number 3. New race leader Tyler Shattuck. At the front, starting to turn a little bit into that kind of pack race that we thought we might see. Just the closing rate isn't real high here. It's not like you would see in, a cup car at Daytona or Talladega, something like that, where once you pull out a line, if you have the drafting help, you can really start to suck up pretty quick. And quite frankly, a little bit surprising because these cars do punch a massive hole in the air. Here's DeBello inside of Ranke, Hutchison inside of Stanton. Now 2 distinct groups working here. Last car in line going to be Kenneth Gorell running in the 10th position. James Watson running 11th, 2.5 seconds behind your race leader. In fact, actually even more than that here. Let's look at the number. 3.2 seconds back of the race leader. 3 wide into turn number 1. Wise move there by DeBello, backing out of that one. Things get a little spicy here at the front, too. Buckberger down to the inside. He has Ryan Steele looking outside. Who Lewandowski goes with down the straightaway may decide it. They all have got a slot in line. Not totally positive that Lewandowski didn't have to back out of that one just a little bit. Let's go on board with the number 2. Really neat. You could hear him modulating the throttle down the back straightaway, trying not to run over either of the cars that are out here in front of him. Lewandowski going to be inside of Steele, and he should get that pass completed off of turn number 2. Going to have to keep it down to the inside of the racetrack, though. Steele fights back tough on the outside. Gets the big pull from Buckberger down the back straightaway. Buckberger right back down to the inside. Oh, buddy, getting tight there on the entrance to 3. A 10-car dogfight here at the front of the field. DL Lemon has gotten around James Watson for the 11th position, but at this point, they're going to have to just stay tucked up in line and not fight this out if they want to have a chance of catching the race leaders, because the way they're going right now, they are out of the draft, and they're going to need some help here. DeBello to the inside of Ranky. Manuel Paride is going to be right there as well. Man, comments are quiet tonight. This is the start of a big week of racing action here on the National Racing Network. Coming up tomorrow night, Tear It Up Tuesday for Snydersville Raceway. They head off to Lernerville Speedway for another 358 versus Big Block showdown. Man, that's a big power move on the outside by Lewandowski. He's going to claim second. Ryan Steele going to try to go with him. Buckberger may be shuffled out to dry here. Seeing Bill Lang of GPL checking in, saying, go T-Lou. Lewandowski right now running in the second position. Tyler Shattuck not getting away here at the front of the field. So as we mentioned, Silver Crowns tonight, tomorrow night, on the dirt with the Big Block Northeast Modifieds. Wednesday night, the series premiere of the Sim Racers Club Premier Series. New league to the National Racing Network. They're going to alternate NASCAR Cup Series cars and NASCAR Xfinity Series cars 1 week after the next. Really excited to have that one. Wednesday night, it will be the Cup cars from Daytona International Speedway to kick off their schedule. Then on Thursday night, we're right back with another doubleheader. The Grid Rival Ezra IndyCar Series returns, followed by the Indy Pro 2000 Championship with another new venue here for NRN, heading off to Brands Hatch in Jolly, England. Can't wait for that one as well. So Buckberger and Steele going to continue to go at it here as we work lap number 22. Pretty rapidly approaching the halfway point. We're only 15 minutes into this race. Knocking on wood, caution free to this point. Buckberger and Steele continue to fight a spirited battle, and this is exactly what Tyler Shattuck and Thomas Lewandowski want to see. Lewandowski tucked up under the tail tank of Shattuck, and he is not going anywhere. Buckberger finally able to clear Steele. Now Steele may have to worry about Nate Ranky. Big move down to the inside by Manuel Paredes. He wisely backs out of that one as Ranky was coming to close the door quickly. Jeffrey Stanton all the way at the tail of this line of cars, running in the 10th position. And it is a 5-second gap back to James Watson, who's gotten around DL Lemon once again. Run you back there to a look at that one as the leaders have single filed out. This is another solid little pack of cars. Watson, DL Lemon, Laura Gerhart, Nick Nebben, Johnny Malia, and Joseph Smith. So back through 16th place running in this group. Then you go back another second and 3/4 here, and you get to the third pack of cars that's running in this one. So 3 distinct battles that are running right here on the racetrack right now. Man, it looks like Johnny Malia may have gotten a piece of the outside safer barrier. The gap at the front is closed up, and we've got a battle for the race lead. Shattuck to the inside, Lewandowski to the outside. Buckberger going to tail right in behind Shattuck. Not a lot of incentive to move around and kind of follow one driver. If you're running third, just keep running your line. But, oh, man, now things are going to get interesting. We've got a 5-car battle here for the top spot. As it's Ryan Steele and Nate Ranke tailing up the back end of this. Buckberger sort of in no man's land, running right in the middle of that 5-sided die, the 5 pattern on a dice. Well, that's Buckberger right now. Shattuck and Lewandowski continue to duel for the race lead as we are almost to the halfway point of this one. And quite frankly, a very similar race likely to come up next week as the series heads to the artist formerly known as Gateway Worldwide Technology Raceway, St. Louis, Missouri, for a 67-lap feature event. And then we're going to the Twisties, the Watkins Glen Boot, in the middle of the month of January. Then Phoenix, Chicagoland, Langley, Pocono, Dover, and Lucas Oil to close out the season. I cannot wait to see these cars on the road course at Watkins Glen. And they're running the full boot, too. These cars, that's going to be a challenge here, running that boot section in these cars. Tyler Shattuck able to fend off Thomas Lewandowski. Now it's going to be Buckberger to the inside. He slots right back in line behind Lewandowski. Takes a little bit of draft help. Back to right in within a car length. Paredes and Hutchison going to be side by side. That is the fight for the 6th position. As they get off the corner, Kenneth Gorell right there, as is Kevin DeBello and Jeffrey Stanton. Cross flags are up halfway home here at Twin Rig Motegi. A little bit more love for Thomas Lewandowski. B. Bryant checking in on Twitch saying, "Go, Tom." Lewandowski holding on to that 2nd spot, able to keep Buckberger behind him. But again, there's not a lot of incentive to make a big move just yet. Another 10 laps or so, then you're going to start to really ratchet up the intensity. But not a lot of point in chasing things at this point. Man, Lewandowski all over the tail tank of Shattuck. Starting to see the cars twitch just a little bit here as well. Keeping the right side wear under control is one of the things we heard was going to be a big-time challenge for these drivers. And that will vary significantly based on the weather conditions. Let's take a look where they are right now. A little bit warmer than what we started this race at, now at 69 degrees ambient temperature. So things getting a little bit warmer, but not a ton. The bigger issue becomes as you burn the fuel off these cars, the rear end going to get very, very light. Lewandowski once again has a look. This time he's going to get the drafting help from Buckberger. Shattuck stays up in the outside lane. Nate Ranke going to stay up there with him. Got to watch that he doesn't open the door for Ryan Steele behind him. Oh, Steele's into the outside wall. Trouble for Ryan Steele down the front straightaway. Bounces it off the wall, but he's going to be able to keep it going. But that car used up that number 6 Ryan Steele hard into the outside retaining wall off at turn number 4. We stay green. Battle continuing to heat up here at the front of the field. Lewandowski to the inside. Buckberger, oh man, I think he thought about making that 3 wide into turn number 1. He gives a little shove to Lewandowski. That has definitely separated the top 6 out from 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th at this point. Buckberger once again right on the tail tank of Lewandowski. He's bump drafting him down the straightaway. Breathe the throttle just a little bit, trying to get him the momentum to get around on the inside. That car, Tyler Shattuck, really hooked up on the outside, though. Buckberger going to have the look to the inside. Tucks right back in line. Lewandowski and Shattuck going to swap lanes now. Buckberger and Ranke stay right where they are. Shattuck crosses back under. He may get the pass completed. How about the great run for Wayne Hutchison tonight? He is in contention for this win. Hutchison having an okay season, currently running 11th in points. Wayne puts in a ton of work on the setups for these race cars, and every week releases a setup, and it's the exact setup that's on his car right now, untouched. Oh, a little bit of contact off of 4. Nice save, Tyler Shattuck. And so, talking about Wayne Hutchison here, he releases that setup for the community. Anybody that wants to is free to race that setup, change it as they wish. That's a lot of work, building setups for these race cars. Buckberger now up to second around Shattuck. Here comes Nate Ranke looking down to the inside. Oh, big tag slapper. Hold on to it. What a save, Tyler Shattuck down the front straightaway. We talked about it. These cars are going to start to become a very, very big handful late in this race. And we're starting to see it now. Tyler Shattuck with 2 great saves on consecutive laps. Thomas Lewandowski holding on to the race lead. Ryan Steele, after that contact, is back to the 10th position. Just ahead of Laura Gerhart, James Watson, and Johnny Malia, but 5+ seconds behind this battle for the race lead. Getting close to the final quarter of this race. Lewandowski and Buckberger holding on to things at the front. Lewandowski, hard charger of the race thus far, up 4 positions. Wayne Hutchison also up 4, as is Johnny Malia and Nick Nebben. Lewandowski, obviously, as the race leader, would claim that hard Charger award. Oh, man, Tyler Shattuck absolutely slamming the door closed on Wayne Hutchison into turn 1 that last time by. This is shaping up to be a very good points night. For a lot of these drivers here at the front of the field in championship contention. Lewandowski, Ranke, and Buckberger are top 3 on the racetrack, top 3 in the point standings as well. Buckberger going to have to gain a little bit here, though, if he wants to get past Lewandowski. Down to 15 to go here at Twin Ring Motegi. When do Brandon Buckberger and Nate Ranke decide it's time to go? That's going to be the big question here. I would imagine if you're Thomas Lewandowski, you're kind of happy with where you're sitting because the pass is not easy to get done. Tyler Shattuck, by the way, with the fastest lap of the race at a 33.464. That car running in the 4th position, still very, very quick. Strength of field for this one, 36.94. Easily the biggest strength of field race you'll see this week for the Silver Crown. So this is where you have the most points on offer as well. Ryan Steele continuing to fall back through the pack here after that contact. Now back in the 13th position. Right now, if you're one of those top 3, you do not want this to become a drop week. Almost wonder if Buckberger isn't trying to start setting the move up here. You see he's backed off the rear bumper of Lewandowski just a little bit. You need to get the big run off the corner and down the straightaway. Just like this. Going to give him the shove down the front straight. Those shoves are going to get a little bit more aggressive here as this race goes on. It'll be 10 to go next time by. Joseph Smith also bouncing it off the outside retaining wall a handful of laps ago. That car now on pit lane and looks to be done for the night. Or at least extensive repair work, as he had to take the tow and head back into the pit lane for service. Ranke running about a half a car width higher than the race leaders down the front stretch. Shattuck, man, again, seeing that car start to break loose just a little bit on exit. what's been a fairly entertaining race to this point is about to get really, really good here. As Nate Ranke knows if he wants a shot at the win, he's got to get going now. But he's going to need some drafting help to get it done. Shattuck having the peek to the inside. He's not going to give him the look that he wants. Buckberger stays right in line. In fact, Ranke may have to contend with Shattuck in the pass for the third position. Let's go on board here with Brandon Buckberger. Yeah, you could hear Buckberger was already starting to breathe the throttle a little bit there at the start-finish line. Just a matter of getting the draft set up. And as a reminder, we do have one attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Oh, man, what a save. Shattuck does it again. Good Lord, that car was flat sideways off of turn number 4. Shattuck may have used his stuff up early in this race. Here comes Buckberger to the inside. He's going to have the look on Lewandowski. Ranke going to split the difference, run right in between the middle of them. Now he gets tucked down to the inside. That may give Buckberger just enough drafting help. Drag race to the line. Give it to Lewandowski by a couple of thousandths. We've seen this pattern before. It takes 2 to 3 laps to get the pass completed if you don't get a bunch of drafting help. Buckberger down to the inside, dipping those left side tires down onto the white line. Lewandowski swings it out wide to the outside retaining wall. That time it was Buckberger at the line. Ranke going to continue down on the inside of the racetrack as we are at the 5 to go mark. Buckberger able to clear for the race lead. Here comes Ranke looking to the inside. Oh, man, Wayne Hutchison's going to have something to say here late in this race as well. And he's towing Kenneth Gurrell, Tyler Shattuck, Manuel Paredes, and Jeffrey Stanton. That side-by-side racing is starting to close things up. But at this point, both Lewandowski and Ranke may need some help if they want to catch Brandon Buckberger. Especially if they want to get the pass made. It's 2.5 laps to go, and it took Buckberger about 2 laps to get the pass completed. Lewandowski able to clear Ranke down the front straightaway. 2 to go this time by. Does Thomas Lewandowski have enough time to get caught up and make the big move? And will it have to be a dive bomb? Off of turn number 4, white flag will go in the air, this time by. Next flag will end it. Brandon Buckberger, the race leader, by 2 car lengths into 1. Lewandowski closing the gap. Slides a little bit high on corner exit. That may be all the gap that Buckberger needs. Ranke now going to have the peek to the inside of Lewandowski into 3 and 4. They'll drag race side by side. Twin checkers in the air. Race win to Brandon Buckberger. Oh, what a finish. Ranke over Lewandowski for second. What a finish to the Silver Crowns here at Twin Ring Motegi. Brandon Buckberger takes the win. Over Nate Ranke and Thomas Lewandowski. My goodness, what a fantastic run to the end there for Ranke and Lewandowski. Shattuck giving Buckberger a little bit of a love tap down the front straightaway. And as your race leader burns them down, let's get you your race results. Brandon Buckberger, the winner by 0.3 over Nate Ranke. A 1,000th separating Ranke and Lewandowski at the finish. Wayne Hutchison, Kenneth Gurrell complete the top 5. 6 through 10, Tyler Shattuck, Manuel Paredes, Jeffrey Stanton, Kevin DeBello, and Laura Gerhart. James Watson, Larry Pace, Wes Shire, Nick Nebben, and Cristobal Valenzuela back through 15th position. 16th belongs to Josh Bautista, 17th DL Lemon, 18th to Ryan Steele, 19th Johnny Malia, 20th to Joe Gauthier, 21st George Hagen, and 17 laps behind your race winner is Joseph Smith, finishing in the 22nd position here tonight. My goodness, what a finish to this one. Let's pick up our... Let's get our runner-up here first for the post-race interviews. Mr. Nate Ranke, I'll tell you what, man, that was a hell of a finish. You got Thomas by 1,000th at the line.
Yeah, I looked out the window, come to the line, I had him, and seen he was pedaling up on me. I'm glad they painted that line where they did. I didn't have much time left.
It was kind of interesting to watch. It almost looked like he had a bobble off of turn number 2. That sort of set that whole thing in motion where you were at least going to have a crack at him coming to the stripe. Is that what you were seeing from behind the wheel as well?
Yeah, and to be honest, I had that move in my back pocket off of 2 the whole time, but I didn't think I could get 2 cars doing it, so I had to try and find a way to get to second before that last couple laps, and I just couldn't do it. Guys in front of me are too smart, man. They're too smart for that.
This has a feeling of the kind of race where passing was not impossible, but very difficult with the way the draft was working. It almost was like it was going to take you a couple of laps to get it done. How does that play into your strategy with 10, 15 laps to go when you're running third like you were?
Oh, I didn't want to be in third. I knew whoever got to second was going to have a really good crack at it, just because you can pass one car here. It's when there's a couple cars in line, it's tough to pass one car and then go right on to the other one. You kind of got to have a space between them. So that gave the second place guy a pretty good advantage, and I knew I was in trouble in third there. And man, Tyler was all on me too. He had lots of speed too, or I think it was Tyler. That was a fun race.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it from our perspective here, and I'll tell you what, another just fantastic points night. I mean, obviously, Brandon and Thomas, your main competitors for the championship here, running inside the top 3 with you, but basically that makes this not a drop week. It's just going to count almost the same for everybody.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, we got a lot of good guys up front there, and obviously us that finished in the top 3 are 3 that are always up towards the front. It seems like, if I can qualify anyway. So it was a really good, hard, fun, clean race. Lots of thinking involved, trying to be smart with where you took your runs and where you didn't, and it was a lot of fun.
All right, Nate. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate the time here, bud. Congratulations on a runner-up finish tonight, and let's make sure we get any thank yous and plugs in before we let you go.
All right on. Well, first I want to thank Wayne again for the set. This is Wayne's set with my 1 or 2 couple tweaks I do to it. Wayne makes this series fun. He had a nice run tonight, and yeah, you guys doing the broadcast and all the guys I race with, these guys show a lot of respect for each other. You know, we race each other really hard, but we do it respectfully too.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Nate. We appreciate it here. Let's bring in our third place finisher tonight here, Mr. Thomas Lewandowski. And I'll tell you what, brother, outside of that one little bobble off of turn 2 on the white flag lap, that was about as flawless of a race as you could have run. Ultimately, it sort of felt like whoever was the leader with 5 to go was going to be a bit of a sitting duck.
Yeah, it was a really fun race. I had a lot of close racing there. A lot of side by side racing. Yeah, I mean, like I knew Brandon was probably going to win. I saw how strong he was off of turn 4, and that was not quite as good there. But yeah, I made the one mistake like in the white flag lap there that let Nathan get back up to me. But I mean, other than that, I can't really be too hard on myself. It was just I had a lot of fun. And that's all that really matters.
Yeah, we don't talk about the fun part of this enough. This is you get to run basically the same strength of field every week in this time slot. There's competitive setups that are available for everybody. This really is a fantastic little community on the iRacing platform.
Oh, absolutely. Like the iRacing setups they're provided, I mean, like I always say, I take them and make a few adjustments and good to go. And a lot, when you're racing with, everyone, week in and week out, and they all take it seriously, and they're all talented. It just makes for good racing, for us and for anyone that's watching.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, bud. We appreciate it here. As I mentioned to Nate just a second ago here, basically this was a drop week that counts for everybody because the top 3 in points, all finishing top 3, kind of not, no real damage done here in the long term.
Yeah, I mean, we're all so far like I think besides Brandon, like week 1, I know Nathan has finished like top 3 in almost every race, I think, and he won Bristol, I know. So points are really tight. It's going to be one mistake, might decide at the end of the year or end of the season, who gets the points championship. But I really don't race for points. I'm racing here for just the fun of it. I do take it seriously. Of course, I want to win points, but I much appreciate everyone that takes this all seriously, and you guys broadcasting everything that allows us to have racing.
All right, bud. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate the time here. And before we let you go, make sure you get any hellos and thank yous and plugs in.
Oh, just thanks to Marcus Lindsay, John Fraser, Bob Bryant, all the guys over the drill aisle. And once again, thanks you guys for broadcasting this stuff. You do a great job out broadcasting it, and definitely one of the more underappreciated broadcasters in the community.
Well, thank you much, sir. We appreciate that. Thank you very, very much for the kind words. And let's bring in the happiest guy in the room right now, Mr. Brandon Buckberger. And I'll tell you what, we heard it from both Nate and Thomas that whoever was running second with about 5 to go was going to be in pretty good shape. I'm guessing you were kind of thinking that, and basically, I mean, it almost looked like you were toying with him a little bit, kind of figuring out how to make that run.
Yeah, I think second was the place to be tonight. Good qualifying effort by the National Racing Network car tonight. Got pole, so, every time I qualify well, they usually race real well. Tyler was quick early, and I let him by, and then Thomas got by, and then once Ryan started challenging me, I was trying to save tires there that first half, and once Ryan started challenging me, I knew I couldn't lose any more than third, otherwise I wouldn't have had a shot for the win. And then it was a battle between Tyler and Thomas for a while, and I was trying to help Thomas through that. And once we got through there, I was just kind of, you're right, I was toying with him a little bit. I was watching him. I was waiting to see where I could get him, and I noticed he was getting real loose off of 4, and I could really put the power down off of 4 to get a run. And I think I made the run with like 6 to go. I think I made it a lap too early, but it all worked out in the end there.
Yeah, it looked like through 1 and 2 on the white flag lap, Thomas got a really good run into 1 and 2. And then he twitched, bobbled just a little bit, and I would imagine either checking the mirror, checking the relative, whatever. You saw that gap start to open up. Did you kind of knew it was just a matter of hold on to it at that point?
Yeah, I mean, once I cleared Thomas, I think Nate got under him, and they kind of were side by side for a lap or two. I had a good gap, and then with coming to like 2 to go, I think I bobbled off the 4, and he got a good run. And he's sniffing the draft a bit. And once I saw him bobble in 1 and 2 on the white flag, I knew it was done because there's no way he could get me in 3-4 because I could roll the bottom so well. I could charge 3 really well, hold the bottom, and put the power down where he was. I knew if he even got it beside me, he'd get a little loose off of 4, and I think I could have got him at the line too.
Well, it was a very smart drive tonight. Congratulations on picking up the win. It is a good points night, even with your other 2 that you're competing with finishing 2nd and 3rd. You're still getting the most points out of this one here tonight. So what are you thinking as we look forward in the schedule here? We're heading off to Gateway next week. Very similar racetrack to this, at least I would think so in terms of how it's going to drive. Then we're going road course racing at Watkins Glen and then Phoenix. Not real traditional racetracks for this style of car.
No. Gateway drives totally different than this place. I'm usually really good here, and I just struggle at Gateway. They look the same, but they drive totally different. Gateway, you got to kind of be in the middle in 1 and 2, and I don't know if you have to back up 3 and 4 there more, but Watkins Glen's a crapshoot. That's a road course. Phoenix is always real fun in this car. I think these cars were meant for the tracks like Phoenix. Chicagoland's going to be one of those, see where you land and with 5 to go and see if you can get a win. And they got Langley's a good short track, and then Pocono, Dover, and IRP. So it's a good mix of tracks. I'm not really looking at points yet. I just want to try to get good finishes here and hopefully not have to have any drop weeks in the next few weeks here.
I was just going to say, save the drop weeks as long as you possibly can. Make your drops good drops, I guess is the way to look at it. Well, I'll tell you what, brother, congratulations. The car looks fantastic sitting parked there in Victory Lane, so congratulations on a big win here tonight at Motegi. Let's make sure you get your sponsor plugs and thank yous in here before we let you go.
Yep. National Racing Network, first race in the car, and I'm sure they're happy with that result, so that's good. Got pole and win, so National Racing Network, thank you guys for the sponsorship, and I'd like to thank my buddy Vinny Sansone. He's always helped me with setup stuff, and we're still running the same stuff from 2 seasons ago. It just seems to work on almost every track. We got a good baseline going, and we just tweak on it a little bit for each track here.
Oh, that's fantastic. And yes, sponsor is thrilled with the results here tonight. So thank you very much, Brandon. We appreciate it here. And man, I'll tell you what, that race was a lot of fun. Absolutely love getting to call the Silver Crowns. But with that, it is just about time here for us to get the heck out of here. Huge week of racing action coming up, and it's going to be that way through, quite frankly, most of the summer here. Get the comments up, seeing Tyler Shattuck checking in on YouTube saying, heck of a race. I'll tell you what, brother, you were a show tonight, man. Thank you very much. Kenneth Garrell, holy creeps, that was a tough race. Holy crepes. French crepes in Japan? Whatever. Manu Walls checking in saying, great race. Yeah, that one was a ton of fun. As always, I absolutely love getting to call the Silver Crowns here. But with that, it is time for us to get the heck out of here. Coming up tomorrow night, it will be the 358s versus the Big Blocks at Lernerville Speedway for the Snydersville Raceway Tear It Up Tuesday series. Coming up on Wednesday, the premiere of the Sim Racers Club Premier Series. Heading off to the World Center of Speed, the Daytona International Speedway, for the NASCAR Cup Series cars. They're going to alternate with the Xfinity Series cars every week here on the National Racing Network. New series for us. We're thrilled to have them on board. We can't wait to put on a pretty good show for them. Coming up on Thursday night, it will be a doubleheader. The Grid Rival Ezra IndyCar Series. I believe they're at the Kansas Roval this week, which is basically 90% of the Kansas Speedway oval with just a loop in the infield. So that is going to be a very, very fast road course. And then we have the Indy Pro 2000 Championship coming up from the Brands Hatch Circuit in England. The new circuit for us, an absolutely incredible series. We have seen so many incredible races out of them this season. You don't want to miss that one coming up Thursday night right here on NRN. Until then, until tomorrow night anyway, for everybody here at the National Racing Network, fantastic work on the cameras as always by Mr. Connor Baldwin. My name is Chris Graham. It's been a pleasure having you hanging out with us. We will talk to you all soon. Have a good night, everybody.